Hello everyone, so Leicester City away on Monday night. We'll be there, of course, covering it for Newcastle Fans TV, and we thought we'll kind of do these once a year. We'll try and look at the remaining fixtures. Newcastle have 68 points, got Aston Villa 4th place last season. 5th place should get your Champions League this season. Newcastle are 18 points off 68, we're sitting on 50 points, and we're going to go through some fixtures, what we think Newcastle will end up. Obviously, they beat Brentford here the other night. Scrappy game, but at the end of the day, we got 3 points. But we're up against Leicester, Joe, on Monday night. For me, you've got to beat the team that's struggling. They haven't scored in the last 6 fixtures, I believe. 19th position. What are you thinking?
It's one of those where every single game we go into, you look at the rest of the fixtures left, and every single game's got a little bit of is this really going to be as easy as we want it to be? Feel to it, and probably that's because we've got Champions League looming over our shoulders. Leicester, realistically, you look at the stats, you look at how our form's been lately. You've got to go down there and you've got to take 3 points from Leicester. They haven't got much threat forward right now, and we can catch them in a time where they're struggling. They're going to be fighting for every single little thing, but we've got more on the line. I personally feel we are now on a trajectory where we've got to keep moving upwards and we've got to keep fighting forwards, and even if it's honestly, I hate to say this, but even if every single game from now is a 1-0 win and park the bus at the back, if it gets with a 3 points and we get with a Champions League, it's what we want. And I think with Leicester, we need to still be careful. They are hungry, they are wanting to fight, they are wanting more points, they need more points, and so do we. As long as we keep the attack and press up that we've been keeping up and keep that calm composure at the back as well that we've had the last couple of games, I feel like we can go to Leicester and we can do some business and get the 3 points from them.
So we're getting 3 points,
I think so, yes.
So that'll move us up to 53. Obviously, Leicester, before this weekend, are 12 points adrift. Not good, is it? Obviously, Ipswich do play Wolves, which is the big one, of course. After that, back at St James's Park, where the Lasses will play up at Kingston Park. I've got to jot all the way down back here because we're playing Man United on a half-4 kickoff. You never know what you get with Man United. Can Newcastle keep up the run? They've got the crowd behind them. We're not going to win every game. We're not going to win all 9, as much as that we'd love to say. We've already won 3 in a row. I'm going to say a draw because we do have Palace coming up after that, and I think Palace is almost like a banker. So I think we'll draw against Man United. At just low of averages, we can't win all 9. So I think a point there, that'll take us to 54. You don't know what you get. Look, I'd love to be proven wrong. I want to see us beat Man United. There's now better than I would love to see. But with them, we've got Palace 3 days later. Our record at Palace at home is phenomenal.
Yeah. I think the Palace, I think personally Man United, I think we'll beat Man United. I do, I genuinely do. I think we've got their number this season. And then when it comes to Crystal Palace, yes, we've got an amazing home record against them. But they've been one of those teams this season where they can all of a sudden pull it out the bag and go against you. But now, do you know what? I think it is. I think it's a one where you've got to go in there, and if we don't get the 3 points, fans are walking away from here extremely unhappy. That is a must win. It's a easy, as much as there's no easy game in the Premier League, it is an easy 3 points when you look at all the other fixtures that we've got coming up. I would say them and Everton are our easiest 3 points, so we need to take advantage of that when Crystal Palace come to St James's Park, and we need to take the win there. Yeah, I do think we can do it.
Okay, so we're going game by game here, so that puts us on to what? 57 after that?
Yep.
Aston Villa away is a very tough one. Our record's a little bit indifferent there. Villa obviously are going to be around us. I'm going to say we're going to get beat on this one. Because we can't win all 9 games, yep, and it's very difficult to do this now, but I'll say we'll get beat away to Villa, which will feel like a bit of a blow because it's against a team that's in around us. I just think that sometimes the Villa Park can be a place that we haven't got a great record at, and Unai Emery loves to get one over us. We did win, a couple of seasons back 3-0, but I don't see us getting anything at Villa Park, personally.
Draw. I just think it's going to be
picking this one.
There you go, then. I honestly, Villa, I think it's just bang on what you said. We're both fighting for the same thing, and I think it's one of those games where tactically we're going to hit a loggerhead. Yeah.
Cool. Back at St James's Park. Bobby Robson statue behind us. Ipswich Town come to town. No pun intended. Ipswich might be relegated by that stage. You never know. I think that's 3 points. It has to be for me. What do you think? You got the deciding factor on this.
3 points against Ipswich, it's a given, although I will be a little bit trepidatious. I know this is going to be a strange one, but if they are already relegated at that point, you find a lot of teams once they already know they're relegated, they go, do you know what, we might as well just go for it, we might as well just come to St James's Park and try and beat one of the most successful teams in the league right now, and I am worried about that, so I do think it's a strange one with Ipswich, and I'm going to go with a draw for Ipswich.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So what's that put on then? What we've got, wait there, let's work this out. So if we're on 50 in the minute, 53, 54, 57, 58. So we're on 58 at the moment.
Points.
Brighton away is tough. We do not have a good record down there. It's summer, so I guess that's what, if a travelling fan, because going down to Brighton in the winter, it's horrible, but be nice weather. Beginning of May the 4th be with you. Clashes with the women that day, unfortunately. That's the last day of the game of their season. But Brighton away, I think I'll go for a draw there. We don't have a great record there. We never win there. And that'll put us for another point as well. And then 6 days later, a couple of toughish fixtures. Chelsea at home.
Chelsea at home. Chelsea's,
you never know what you get for Chelsea.
You did. It's one of those teams that some days they'll come here, they'll put out a really great starting 11 and we'll give the fight of our lives. Some days you'll get Chelsea who arrive and just do absolutely nothing and look like the worst team in the Premier League. So it's a strange one with Chelsea. I think because of the coming to St James's Park, and I think because of what we are fighting for right now, I do think we can stretch a win. I think it's going to be probably one of the scrappiest, if not the scrappiest win of the season. But I'm going to go for 3 points against Chelsea, and I think it's going to be like a 1-0. I do. But I'm happy with that again, as like I said before. As long as we can get 3 points from a match, I'm not bothered. I think we can get 3 points from Chelsea.
So I believe that puts them up to 62 with 2 games remaining.
Yeah.
Remember, we don't have to finish 4th like Villa did, because they finished on 68. We could finish 5th. Next one away, Arsenal away, I think we'll get beat. Our record at Arsenal is absolutely horrendous. Yes, we did win in the Carabao Cup, which was unbelievable. We won 2-0, but our league record, we haven't won there since Andy Carroll scored that famous header, 1-0 win. I just can't see it. I think the league will be wrapped up. Arsenal playing for a bit of freedom. But that might help Newcastle.
Yeah.
That might help Newcastle, that the league will be done, because Liverpool would have won the league by then. Our record down there, look, I'd be love to be proven wrong. And you can't go into every game saying, oh, we're going to win this one, or we're going to win. It's just not feasible. But I think the 2 defeats, the remaining games, will be Villa away and Arsenal away. But then the last game of the season, which is home at Everton, who are much improved under David Moyes. But Newcastle will be on the brink or thereabouts in one of the European competitions. How do you say that one going?
Last game of the season. Yes, David Moyes will be bringing a great Everton side. I get that. But one thing that I feel like the last couple of seasons since the takeover that we really excel at is closing the season on a high. We're very good at doing that. It is a dangerous stadium to come to. It is the most dangerous stadium to come to when Newcastle are fighting for something or when it's right at the end of the season. Personally, for me, I think out of all of these fixtures, I think Everton is the one that comes up to it. And it's a very, very, very easy 3 points. May worry. Yeah.
Well, they've got the hero or villain that's going to be Pickford. He's got to be hero or villain on the day.
Yeah. So I do. I think Everton come here and they don't stand a chance against them. We beat them quite easily last game of the season. See the day out, see the season out, and hopefully it solidifies we're into Champions League with the 3 points that we can take from Everton. I'm really not worried about Everton that much. I'm not. I know I could be with what David Moyes has done with them, but
and the odd time you do get the odd freak result on the last day of the season. It's such a bizarre reason. So that puts us on to 65.
Yeah.
Is that enough to get 5th place then?
It's going to be tight. Very tight, but I think we can just squeeze it with the results and teams we're going against, provided I know you're saying we'll lose against Aston Villa, but that's one of the most important ones for me. As long as we can take
don't let your rivals win you.
Yeah, we need a point or 3 points. That's probably the most crucial game out of them all. Not the one I'm most worried about. Brighton's the one I'm most worried about, so I'm glad you handled that.
So what if you had your own way, which out of those 9 games where we're losing? Are we losing any?
Brighton lose.
Just Brighton only?
I think Brighton's the game where we go down and it's going to be a real one where we're going to lose bad.
Because they're around us as well, just below us. I think it'll be Villa and Arsenal. Let us know. Look, it's trying to predict the future. It's never easy. Of course, I don't want Newcastle to lose. He doesn't want to lose at Brighton. That's us two as a collective. We'll probably disagree on 1 or 2 results, but we'll come back at the end of the season, see if Newcastle have finished 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever it is. But the one thing that we can guarantee you is European football next season, because we are the Carabao Cup winners, and we'll never get sick of saying that. No, we won't.
Never.
No, we won't. Stay tuned to Newcastle Fans TV. Me and Sam are all the way down Leicester on Monday night, bringing you the coverage there. We'll see you there. Take care, everyone.